Hey everyone, how you doing? I'm Gamble the Clown. Thank you for tuning into the Suburban Sideshow podcast with me, your host, Gamble the Clown. Don't forget to follow me on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and Spotify on the Suburban Sideshow podcast. Now here is a new episode of the Suburban Sideshow podcast with me, your host, Gamble the Clown. Hey everyone, how you doing? And welcome to the Suburban Sideshow podcast with me, your host, Gamble the Clown. I encourage you to follow me on all of my social media platforms, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and on Spotify here with the Suburban Sideshow podcast. Now, today we're going to talk about something very important, whether the toilet paper should unroll from the front or should unroll from the back. Now, this is a raging debate on social media, and people have been separated from relationships, and basically this is so important that it could destabilize not only the economy but the entire world society. Toilet paper is a very important thing as people would like to wipe their rear ends and free themselves of the dirt. Now, in the Middle East, I've been to the Middle East as a U.S. Marine, and the Middle Easterners do not use toilet paper. In fact, many of third world countries do not use toilet paper, so this is pretty much a first and second world issue. The people in the Middle East and in third world countries, they use their left hand with absolutely no toilet paper needed whatsoever. Now, it is very important for us to consider not only is this what to consider whether you are going to put the toilet paper on so it unrolls from the front or from the rear. It's very important to discuss the top 10 brands of toilet paper and the economic impact of toilet paper generally. Globally, now this is the entire world, the toilet paper market is valued at $107.4 billion in terms of revenue. So all over the entire world, $107.4 billion is going to toilet paper. Now, very important that in the United States, the toilet paper market is $16.3 billion in terms of revenue. Amazing. $16.3 billion of toilet paper here in the beautiful United States. Now, it's very important for us to consider the top 10 brands of toilet paper, just so we get a background into which of these toilet papers are important and which of these toilet papers are making a huge economic and popular impact. Now, number one on the list is private label brands. These are all of these store brands. Private label brands, $1.7 billion, capping the most of all of the market share of all toilet paper. Number two, the leading name brand toilet paper is Angel Soft, and they are coming in from Augusta, Georgia at $1.22 billion of toilet paper revenue. Now, the brand Angel Soft is owned by Georgia Pacific LLC, an American pulp and paper company. Georgia Pacific is one of the largest manufacturers and distributors of tissue, paper, pulp, toilet, and paper towel dispensers, packaging, building products, and related chemicals in the world. The company also owns the Quilted Northern brand, which appears later on the list. Angel Soft's products offer fresh scents, softness, and strength at a reasonable value. In addition, the brand offers Mega Roll products to help save space and reduce the time between changing rolls. The company also promises sustainability by focusing on driving conservation activities to help leave more resources available for society. So let's back up a little bit. So Georgia Pacific, who owns Angel Soft and a bunch of other brands, Georgia Pacific Pulp and Paper Company is not only devoted to sustainability in our forests, make sure that we preserve the wildlife, which gives us paper, but they are dedicated to the customer on the same level by making sure that the toilet paper rolls last longer than their competitors. Now that is quite amazing. Number three here. Charmin Ultra Soft, all the way from Mahoopany, Pennsylvania. They're coming in at $1.09 billion. The Charmin brand is owned by consumer goods giant Procter & Gamble. The brand was created in 1928 by Hoberg Paper Company in Green Bay, Wisconsin. In 1950, the name was changed to Charmin Paper Company and produced bath tissue, paper napkins, among other paper products. Procter & Gamble acquired Charmin Paper Company in 1957. Charmin Ultra Soft is the brand's highest-selling product by revenue. The product itself posts a toilet paper in a long-lasting roll while being 2 times more absorbent. Not only are they going for longer-lasting toilet paper, but they are going for superior absorbency. Now, a toilet paper's ability to absorb is almost, sorry to say, hardly non-existent because you can't dry your hands with those things. They just absorb water and then it's done. And then toilet paper is done. Now, the reason why it is like this is the next point where it says the toilet tissue is clog safe, septic safe, as well as Roto-Rooter plumber approved, coming complete with a guarantee from Charmin. However, now this is something to be noted. However, in February 2009, Greenpeace, a non-governmental environmental agency, advised against using Charmin toilet paper, stating it was bad for the environment. Greenpeace, always looking out for their fellow citizens. However, by 2018, Charmin became certified by the Forest Stewardship Council and the Rainforest Alliance. However, the company has still seen its share of controversies as it relates to the environment. So even though Georgia Pacific, for example, owner of Angel Soft, is very dedicated to sustainability, Charmin Ultra Soft, owned by Procter & Gamble, has received awards and certification by the Forest Stewardship Council and the Rainforest Alliance. Really, really awesome stuff there. Congratulations to Procter & Gamble. Okay, now, right above them is another Procter & Gamble brand, Charmin Ultra Strong. So before we had Ultra Soft, we were going for more of a soft approach to wiping our rear ends. Now we are on Charmin Ultra Strong. They are coming in at $1 billion. Charmin Ultra Strong has a diamond weave texture and is touted as a cleaner toilet paper. It is Charmin's strongest 2-ply toilet paper, and like Charmin Ultra Soft, is clog safe, septic safe, and Roto-Rooter plumber approved. To me, number 4 here, Charmin Ultra Strong comes in at the double threat. The double threat, soft and strong at the same time, and it's all approved by Roto-Rooter plumbers. So, okay, number 5, here we go. Scott Technologies. They are from Irving, Texas. These are the Scott Toilet Paper Company. The Scott Paper Company is owned by American personal care giant Kimberly-Clark, which produces mostly paper-based consumer products. Some of the well-known brands include Kleenex, Kotex, Cottonelle, and Huggies. Here we go. Scott Paper Company, the best. This is some of what I use here. Kleenex, Cottonelle, and Scott Tissue. Amazing, amazing products. They were founded in 1879 in Philadelphia, and they were once the world's largest manufacturer and marketer of sanitary tissue products, boasting operations in 22 countries. They sold their products under the Scott brand name, as well as Baby Fresh, Cottonelle, Scottex, and Viva. In 1994, the company reported its consolidated sales of consumer and commercial products totaling about $3.6 billion. In 1995, the business was acquired by Kimberly-Clark. For many years, the headquarters of the Scott Paper Company was located at International Plaza, formerly known as Scott Plaza, in the greater Philadelphia area. But as soon as Kimberly-Clark acquired Scott brand, they moved their headquarters to Irving, Texas. Now, the Scott Technologies brand, Scott Technology, is basically my favorite toilet paper. It is strong, it gets the job done, and it makes you feel clean after you have used their products. Number 6, Quilted Northern, soft strong, coming in from Augusta, Georgia. This is another brand owned by Georgia Pacific, and the product is described as a premium product designed with the environment in mind. The brand is described as the leading value brand in the United States and offers completely biodegradable rolls for safe septic use. In addition, it features 2 soft, durable layers that flex and hold up for a perfect balance of comfort and strength. Number 6, coming in at $464 million, not quite reaching $1 billion, but getting halfway there, is the perfect combination of soft and strong and completely biodegradable. To create its product, trees are harvested from sustainable forests where the bark is removed and trees are chipped into small pieces. The chips are then softened to remove the pulp from lignin. This is used as a fuel to minimize waste. Next, pulp fibers are washed and bleached, which becomes paper stock, of which the toilet paper is made. Completely amazing. It goes from a tree to me, down to the sea. See how I did that? I came up with that all by myself just now. Number 7, Kleenex Cottonelle Clean Care, coming in from the great manufacturers Kimberly-Clark in Irving, Texas, coming in at $446 million. Like Scott Paper Company, Kleenex Cottonelle Clean Care is owned by American personal care giant Kimberly-Clark. Cottonelle has made several different toilet paper types, such as regular, Cottonelle Double, Cottonelle Ultra, Cottonelle Aloe E, Cottonelle Kids, among other. These brands are currently sold in the United States under the Kleenex brand. The Cottonelle Ultra Clean Care toilet paper is specifically designed for strength and durability, featuring cleaning ripples texture. The brand is septic and sewer safe and 3 times thicker and stronger than other toilet papers. Like their competitors, Kleenex Cottonelle Clean Care also offers mega rolls for long-lasting rolls. Number 8, Quilted Northern Ultra Plush. They're coming in. Another brand of Georgia Pacific from Augusta, Georgia, $299 million of market share. Quilted Northern is sold at most major retailers. It is a premium product compared to Angel Soft. And this brand is a 3-ply toilet paper with 3 cushiony absorbent layers for comfort. Despite its plushiness, the Quilted Northern Ultra Plush brand of toilet paper is still safe for septic use. Now, here is a really cool feature here. This brand has partnered with the Arbor Day Foundation to plant 2 million trees by the end of 2021. For every tree used, they promise to plant 2 new trees, one through the foundation and one from their suppliers. Also, as a bonus to Georgia Pacific, they have a manufacturing process that allows them to be efficient without the use of energy and water. They only use sustainably sourced trees to meet the requirements of the Forest Stewardship Council. A completely amazing 8 brands of toilet paper already, and not a stinker among them. Number 9, Kleenex Cottonelle Ultra Comfort Care, coming in under Kimberly-Clark. This one is $290 million of market share. This brand is described as the softest and most absorbent toilet paper that Cottonelle offers. The product is designed with premium ingredients to deliver a luxury product that cleans well. It also offers a cleaning ripples texture. This toilet tissue is 3 times thicker and stronger than competing products. It is also hypoallergenic and septic safe. All right, number 10. Here we go. Number 10 on the list, the least popular of all of the toilet brands in North America. Number 10, Scott Extra Soft, coming to us from Irving, Texas, with a market share of $285 million. Like many of the other brands mentioned on our list, Scott Paper Company is owned by Kimberly-Clark. This product comes in various sizes depending on customer needs, from 6 rolls to 30 count rolls. Scott Ultra Soft toilet tissue is sold at most major retailers across the country. So when we consider all of the big 10 of all of the most popular toilet papers, which one of these do you use? Personally, I like Cottonelle. I do like Charmin, but I do prefer Cottonelle. And Scott tissue feels like it gets the job done and is a little rougher, so it feels good for men. Okay, now we're going to go to Cottonelle today. The Cottonelle website has an opinion of this debate, and we are going to defer to the experts in toilet paper manufacturing for the discussion today. So they start off by saying, why do you choose over? Now, they say that the over, ever since toilet paper was developed in the late 19th century, it was marketed as going over. So this is the original default position of putting your toilet paper over. Seth Wheeler in 1891 offered a photo of the patent for the original placement of toilet paper using the over approach. 70% of people who use toilet paper prefer this position. So this is a majority position. And they also say not that you should ever blindly follow the crowd, but a whopping 70% of the population prefers the over position. Okay, so we're already in the minority here, starting off with the majority position. The reason they cite is it makes it easier to grab. And their theory is that because the toilet paper is closest to you, it makes it easier to grab from a seated position. Okay? It's less likely to transmit germs. When the toilet paper is hung under, your knuckles will inevitably rub against the wall as you tear off a sheet. This action can actually transmit germs onto the wall or other bathroom surfaces. Okay, so, their first point is that it's going to be easier to grab when it's over. I'll be honest with you. I kind of agree with that. But the second one, we're having a little bit of a problem. I'm having a little bit of a problem here understanding what's going on, because they say that your knuckles are going to rub against the wall when you pull the sheet off. But who sticks their hand underneath the toilet paper if it is on either way? I don't put my hand on top of the toilet paper. I pull on the sheet at the bottom. Okay, so we're not putting our hands underneath there, so that's bunked. So we've bunked that one. Now it says it makes it easier to tear. Okay, now when you put your hand on the toilet paper underneath and pull on it, I've done both. I've pulled on it from the front and the back, and I yank on it. And I do have to tell you that when the toilet paper is coming off over, when you're pulling it from the over, that it is true. That is true that it makes it easier to tear. Now, when it's coming from behind and you go to pull on the toilet paper, then it's not going to work, and you actually have to hold the top of it and then pull, to get the proper amount of squares off. Okay, now we all know that there are certain personalities, there are certain people that are very big influencers, and in the over position, Oprah Winfrey is a big outspoken proponent of toilet paper in the over position. They write on Cottonelle, the former queen of daytime TV prefers the over technique, and it appears her studio audience agrees. With much gumption, Oprah declared, "Let me just say that I, Oprah Winfrey, am an over girl myself," which was met with wild applause. The talk show host explained to actually prefer over because it tears so readily. Here we have a celebrity, a scientific celebrity endorsement. Okay, now we're talking to the people for the under position, for the toilet paper in the reverse position, where it's going to be unrolling from the back. The first point here on Cottonelle, it says that it looks tidier. Okay, possibly. The first supporting point for the under technique is that it offers a cleaner look. With the toilet paper closer to the wall and the paper hanging behind the roll, it does make for a more minimalist visual. I mean, you're right. Like, you could put the toilet paper behind there and then roll it up, so like you don't have anything hanging down. You just have a roll there. That is pretty smart. That's pretty smart. I never thought of that point. Now, here's where we get into the practical nature of which one you should have in your house, or which one is better. The proponents of the people that want it to be under or unrolling from behind say that it limits accidental unrolling. If you have a pet at home who is prone to playing with the toilet paper, then you might want to give the under technique a try. Because the roll hangs against the wall, there's enough tension to keep the roll secure in place. So, if you have a cat, okay, that destroys the house, well, I mean, why you don't have to say that. You just say if you have a cat in general, the cat is going to put their paw on the toilet paper roll and push it down. And if it's rolled from behind, they're just going to roll back and not unroll. So the benefit to having it unroll from behind are, I consider this to be a double threat. One, it's going to have a minimalist look, and it's going to prevent unrolling if you have cats or children or crazy husbands who yank hard on it without putting their hand on top of the toilet roll in order to unroll it. Okay. Increased difficulty and unrolling leads to lower, more economical usage. A triple threat. Sometimes it just takes less accessibility to make us realize the consequences of our actions. This goes for wiping too. Because the under method is a little bit more difficult to enroll, users are less likely to use excessive amounts of toilet paper when using the toilet. Here, I believe here we have a triple threat. Not only does the toilet paper unrolling from the back make for a cleaner, more minimalist aesthetic, but also it prevents excessive unrolling both by the cats and animals. And when you go to wipe, you may think twice about unrolling more in a difficult situation. Not only does it look better, it performs better under pressure, under accidental unrolling, and it saves the economy. So, toilet paper roll orientation, what it says about your personality. Okay, again, going back to Cottonelle, the experts in toilet paper manufacturing. Here we go. The first question, people will say, well, who cares about toilet paper orientation? Quite a lot of people, apparently. Roughly 50% of the population say they pay active attention to toilet paper orientation, and 20% say they get agitated if the toilet paper is oriented the wrong way. 19% of people admitted to changing the orientation of toilet paper in someone else's house. Someone else's house. You're going to the house, you change the toilet paper around because you know it's not right and you have to fix it. This is how important it is. Now, does gender play a role in toilet paper orientation? Back to Cottonelle. According to most studies, gender does not play a role in how you orient your toilet paper. However, men do rate higher for agitation if the orientation does not match their preference. Again, I don't know how many times this can be said or who needs to understand this, but the bathroom is the men's throne. And if you mess with the toilet paper orientation of the men's throne, they do get agitated. Right here, Cottonelle, scientific Cottonelle research from the Cottonelle manufacturing experts right here. Ask the experts. Here we go. Some think how we mount our toilet paper says about our personality. Dr. Gilda Carl is a consultant for she's a doctor consultant for Cottonelle. What does hanging over say about you? Generally, Dr. Carl says that people who utilize the over technique are more likely to have a dominant personality type. What does hanging under say about you? If you hang under, you are more likely to have an easygoing nature, according to Dr. Carl. The verdict. So in summary, overs are more dominant than unders are more laid back. You may be able to guess who's changing the orientation at other people's houses. So, what do we learn from this? We learn that there really is only one way, one proper way to hang the toilet paper in somebody's house. Now, if you are a man and that is your throne, you hang the toilet paper the way that your wife wants it hung. Okay? But also beyond that, if you are a cat owner, if you are a pet owner, if you are living with someone or some animal that has the ability to unroll it at record-breaking lengths and destabilize your house's economy, you owe it not only to yourself but to your family and to your society that you build a defense for pulling that toilet paper unrolling from the back, because as we learned, it is going to save money, it is going to save toilet paper, and it is going to save your bathroom from looking too maximalistic. As we learned, when the toilet paper unrolls from behind, you want a minimalistic look to your bathroom. When you or somebody sits on your toilet and looks over, what kind of roll are they going to see? These are very important questions, and it is my position that if you have animals or your rolls are subject to unrolling tension, or how shall we say it, being unrolled by animals, make sure that that toilet paper unrolls from the back. But if you are in a house where that is not a problem, unroll from the front. You have to make the choice to decide how best you are going to conduct the toilet paper orientation in your household. And also, as we've seen, there is a lot of people that will not let their neighbors get sucked into this nonsense. If you go to somebody's house and they have pets and they have the roll coming over, you switch that baby around so it's under. You're trying to save them their lives, their money, their aesthetic in their bathroom by having the toilet paper around. If they have small children or cats or people that just don't know how to use toilet paper, you switch that puppy around, and then you just wait for them to thank you later on. Until next time, this is Gamble the Clown. Hopefully that this podcast today has been helpful to you to maybe get involved more in the debate on which way the toilet paper orientation should go in your house. We've looked at 10 of the top brands of toilet paper, and I encourage you to pick a brand that suits you best, long-lasting, durable, and good for the environment. Until next time, this is Gamble the Clown. Thank you for tuning into the Suburban Sideshow podcast. Find me on all of your favorite social media platforms: Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and Spotify. The Suburban Sideshow podcast with me, your host, Gamble the Clown. Stay tuned to all of my pages for my upcoming events, public appearances, and free balloon animals at all of my public events. Until next time, this is Gamble the Clown. We'll see you later.